If we record it.
We did?
It's recording.
Yes, we are live and we are recording.
Hey, Virginia. Thanks for joining.
Hey. Well, welcome everybody to tonight's online event called Enhancing Passion and Intimacy Using Essential Oils. We have a lot of information for you guys, and what we're going to do tonight is talk about how essential oils can increase self-love as well as enhance intimacy and passion by setting the mood, reducing stress, and increasing connection. Sound good?
Okay.
Yeah, and you might want to grab a piece of paper and a pencil because there's a lot of information for you to go past.
And actually, I would love for you to do that because we're going to go through several different essential oils, and you might want to write down ones that resonate with you. You think you're going to remember them, but I know for me, I always go back and think, what was it? So just grab something to write with.
And also, we will send out a recording of this, so for those of you like me that don't like to take notes, don't worry about it. We'll send you a recording.
Yeah. At the end, also, we'll be happy to set up one-on-one appointment with anyone that's interested, just to help you figure out what's the best oils for you. And of course, no obligation to buy anything, but if there is something that you like, we will definitely help you get it. I want to make sure that we personalize the information as much as we can that we're going to go over today. So when it comes to self-love, passion, intimacy, what would you like to make sure that we cover tonight? And just unmute yourself or put it in the chat. I'll call up the chat.
Yeah, go ahead. Feel free. This is a small group, so chime in anytime. If it's something that you really want to know.
Maybe just more closeness with the partner, and I don't know, I know a lot of essential oils are like adaptogens, so they kind of can be folded into your overall life and help a lot of things. So yeah, I don't know, just like closeness and feeling more, being able to feel like accepting of yourself.
Great. Yes.
Yeah.
Good.
I thought you were going to say being connected to a significant other as well.
Oh, well, no, I mean, like, we're good, but there's always, ways to enhance it.
Exactly. Yes, exactly. Great.
What else? Anything else?
All right, I guess we could just go on about the way we plan on doing this.
Yeah. Well, of course, if anything comes up, put it in the chat. And then our goal is to cover the information in about 45 to 50 minutes and then have some Q&A at the end if you have any questions. Okay?
Yes, and I'm not going to forget this time. Stick around. We're going to give away some free oils for people that participate.
Yes. So, when it comes to personal intimacy, I was reading up on some of this, and one, intimacy is a really powerful tool to help combat depression. We humans need love and to feel loved and to connect and touch. And when, for different reasons that might not, be in our lives at the time, it can affect us. Self-love and the ability to be open and vulnerable is vital for creating greater intimacy and satisfaction. So if we're not feeling good about ourselves, there's something in the way, with how we're feeling and being able to be open and feel good about ourselves, again, it can affect that connection with another person. Because of past experiences and current health concerns, physical and emotional intimacy can have inherent challenges. For instance, some of these challenges to intimacy can include exhaustion or fatigue, feeling overwhelmed, chronic illness, pain, low libido, impotency, vaginal dryness, etc. There are more. Now, fortunately, essential oils can address these challenges. We're not going to go into all the different health concerns and what oils to use, but know that these essential oils can help in those health challenges. And again, that's where a one-on-one conversation would be really helpful, and we can look for solutions. Also, essential oils are very effective because they work quickly on mood and thoughts. And especially when diffused, and then they can act quickly on circulation, on the endocrine system, and also on our reproductive system. So again, essential oils are a really handy tool to use when we're talking about intimacy because of the simplicity and the really the ease and quickness that these can affect us.
Immediacy. Yes,
yeah.
Yes.
So we have some slides because there is a lot of info. So why don't you go ahead and pull up?
Okay, share my screen.
Yeah.
And let's see there. Where is it? Oh, I guess we'll use this one. Okay. Okay, I just want to make sure everybody's seeing our screen. It's loading. And yes, you should see. Welcome to Enhancing Passion and Intimacy Using Essential Oils. Is everybody seeing this? Nod your
Yes,
head.
yes.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Thank you. And if I can get control of this, maybe it'll work. There you go. So just let's take a quick second because we want to move into a space of love and openness. And
Yep. And in fact, we have holiday love
Yes,
diffusing right
yes,
now,
yes.
bringing some of that warmth of the holiday and also opening up that heart space.
So just take a second.
What's
I just want to see if I can see the bottom of this, but I guess I can't.
oh?
Okay.
I don't think. I mean.
Okay, so we're going to tell you just a little bit about us and about how we got involved
Yes.
with essential oils because maybe it'll help you understand us better.
Yes, just quickly. We got started with essential oils about 9 years ago, and we weren't really looking for them. I always say that the essential oils found us. Now, for many of you, you know that I am a nutritionist and a holistic health coach, and I taught health and nutrition at the community college level for over 20 years. Originally, I was going to be a doctor. My undergraduate was pre-med, but I realized that I was much more passionate about prevention and wellness than I was about sick care, and realized that going to med school back then, we're talking about a long time ago, it wasn't for me. So I decided to go into nutrition for my graduate work because I felt like that was more preventative. But I realized with that too, we have the food industry, which is mostly junk food, really controlling nutrition. And also, most doctors don't have nutrition education. So there was a lot of gap between what a truly healthy diet is for wellness and prevention and what was being taught. And so I knew that I just had to really teach myself. And so for a long time, we used herbs, homeopathy, supplementation, and plant based diet to help us stay healthy. And we decided that we wanted to take this bigger and help more people because I felt like we were in a health crisis. We had big agribusiness feeding us junk, we had big pharma have pushing a pill for every ill. I'm not saying that there are not situations where medication is necessary, but I think there's a lot of things that we can do first. And also, then we have chronic stress. So, these three things were really affecting people's health, and we wanted to have a bigger impact and reach more people. So, we wanted to start an online business, hence, where doTERRA comes in because we were looking for high quality products that we could use to support people that we were working with. And so I was very reluctant, very skeptical. Joel was very excited. And I just kept saying, no, no, don't need it. We already have what we're working with. And finally, I broke down just to kind of help him be quiet. Said, okay, I will try it. We'll go to a presentation. And then as I learned more and more, I actually got pretty excited about it. And then when I used these oils, I realized that they were different. And doTERRA is different than other products on the market. And we'll go into that a little bit. And so once I started having experiences, sharing with some close friends, Virginia, you were one of them, Ziana, another one, I just realized that there was really something special about it and really fit in to our philosophy of wellness, prevention, plant-based food, plant-based medicine. And here we are still sharing 9 years later to help people really get the most benefit out of these oils.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so let's look at
what we're going to cover today. So we're going to talk really quickly because I know a lot of you already know about what are essential oils. We're going to talk about why doTERRA is the best producer of the essential oils globally. We're going to talk a little bit about how we use essential oils. We're going to go into some of the oils we use to enhance passion and intimacy. And then we're going to talk about how to establish a healthy foundation for enhancing passion, intimacy, and sensuality. And then we're going to briefly mention who to talk to about how to use these products for enhancing passion and intimacy. And wait, the last one there,
sorry.
we're going to give away some free oils.
That's
That's
pretty
the bottom.
cool.
And yeah,
That's the most important one.
that's right. There you go.
Yeah. Well, actually, there's going to be a little quiz at the end, literally a quiz. So,
Oh, I love a quiz.
All right.
yeah, make sure you're paying attention.
So intimacy has the power to heal our deepest wounds. And if you think about it, so many of us are surviving really because we have these relationships that we care so much about and we are really motivated to stay healthy and well because we want to stay intimate with our loved ones. And so we don't need to suffer or struggle with so much stress or financial difficulties, feeling of loneliness, or some folks have weight issues or feeling of overwhelm, lack of energy, lack of free time, and no fulfillment. All these things can contribute to our inability actually
Yeah,
to feel close and intimate with people.
yeah.
So, whichever aspect of passion in your life needs attention, we're going to take a look at how you can be supported with essential oils to enhance these specific aspects. And the goal, as always, is passion equals wellness. So, when passion shines in our life, life's good. We can enjoy our health, our wealth, our relationships, and our passions can fully come to light. And there's been a lot of studies done about how differently our hormones work and how differently we feel when we're quote unquote in love. And we want to help show us how to be in love on lots of different levels, personal relationships, not. So, how essential oils affect our emotions?
Yeah, so this is really cool because using oils aromatically is one of the fastest ways to affect mood, emotions, stress. When we inhale, as you see in the picture of the person smelling the flower, those aromatic compounds go through the olfactory bulb right up into the limbic system. And the limbic part of the brain controls emotions related to our instincts, our memories, and arousal, and also stress. So it is one of the easiest and best ways to actually affect your central nervous system and to affect your mood.
So, scent enters the limbic brain through our nose,
Oh,
through what we call the olfactory system. And in the limbic brain, there are receptors, sites, that receive the odor molecules and register them as information, literally, which can be vital to our survival. We can trigger emotions intentionally through smell.
yeah.
It all starts with you. And the first part of this, we're going to talk about how to help yourself feel better using essential oils so that by practicing self love, you're able to love others and have more passion and intimacy, right? You've heard it all before. You can't love anybody else until you learn how to love yourself.
Yeah.
So, what are essential oils? Well, they're natural compounds, right? They come from plants, and they're what we like to call the blood of the plants, or the I don't know, the life of the plant. And these oils, not only do they help the plants, but they also can help us. And as you see in that picture there, that little sack, in the first picture is a little oil sack on a lavender
Lavender.
plant, and those
Yeah.
little thorny things these are microscopic, but that's protecting that oil sac, and that's how important these things are to plants. They can help with environmental threats. They can help with
Healing
healing
properties.
properties. They can help
Yeah.
with procreation for plants. Even they help attract the different insects and whatnot that help to move the plants around and help the plants survive. So even on a plant level, essential oils have an effect on intimacy.
Yeah, exactly. And then we know that they've been used historically for food preparations, beauty treatment, and also healthcare. In fact, 80% of the world still relies on plant medicine for their healthcare.
That's good for them.
Yeah. 3 ways to use them. We'll go through this quickly. Aromatic is when we use a diffuser and the molecules are going into the air and we're breathing it in. As we breathe in the air, we can also do a personal diffuser by putting a drop in our palm of our hands, cupping, bringing it up to us, or we could apply it on our wrists and use it as smelling, right? So it's just good for cleansing the air, good for calming mood, also good for respiratory system. The next way is topical, and essential oils can be applied safely for massage or topical aromatherapy. Many of doTERRA's oils, because of the purity and their chemical composition, can be applied neat, which means undiluted. However, again, individual differences. If it's a new oil you're using, you probably will want to test it first on an area, maybe on the inside of your elbow crease, to see how you react to it. Diluting does not reduce the effect of the oil. Diluting actually helps to drive the oil into their system and into the cell. So a good dilution ratio for non-hot oils is like 1-to-1 ratio. For hot oils like cinnamon or oregano, you would want maybe 1 drop of the essential oil to 3 to 5 drops of carrier oil. And especially when using on sensitive parts of your body, you definitely want to dilute. And the last way is internal. Again, because of the purity and chemical composition of doTERRA essential oils, many of our oils can be taken internally. If you're not sure, you can always look on doTERRA's website for the individual oil, and it will say whether or not it can be used internally. You can also look on the bottle. If it has a supplemental facts label on it, it means that the oil can be used internally, whether it's in water. I have, what do I have? Grapefruit in here with endocrine in my water. You can also make up your own veggie caps or already made soft gels. Or you can put a drop in just water and use it as a shot.
So why doTERRA essential oils? Well, primarily because of the quality. Many of you already know about that. The quality of doTERRA essential oils is unsurpassed in the world because of a standard called certified pure, therapeutic, or tested grade. Most oils, as you can see by this diagram here with the gray area, are basically synthetic. And so that means they were manufactured in a lab somewhere based on what they know about the chemistry. Some oils are what's called food grade oil, and they're GRAS, or generally regarded as safe, which means you can take them internally. Some oils, that purple little section, is therapeutic, and then there's that small little sliver of one company right now that manufactures certified pure tested grade, which means that not only does doTERRA test their oils for purity and potency and efficacy, they also send out these oils to third-party labs, and the labs test them and make sure there's no impurities, herbicides, pesticides, or anything else in there that should be in there, that they are coming directly from the plant material as pure.
And also the other thing is, doTERRA does, I think now it's 8 to 9 different tests 3 different times in the process to make sure that that quality is there. And we work
that
directly,
purity is there.
That quality and purity is there. And we work directly with the small farmers. There are no middlemen. So we are starting from the very beginning in this process, making sure that the growing requirements are met, that the length of time that the plants are grown, the way they're harvested, and the length of time from harvest to distillation, like everything is controlled to make sure that we have the best quality. But even more importantly, which I love, co-impact sourcing makes sure that all the stakeholders in the process, all the people involved, the growers, the distillers, everyone is taken care of. And that these, you can rest assured, are ethically sourced. And then on top of it, through Healing Hands Foundation, the nonprofit arm, we make sure that that area is thriving, is doing better than before we got involved. And so this is something that's really dear to my heart, is the social impact that doTERRA is having, the economic impact that doTERRA is having around the world, plus the environmental impact. Because again, they make sure that we have the ability to have these oils for generations to come. And that means preserving and protecting the areas that these plants come from. And so with that, then what we're doing is providing empowered solutions for you. We always say knowledge is power, but it's knowledge plus action that brings the transformation. And so through these oils, we're helping people learn how to better take care of themselves. And that's the real win-win-win situation here.
So let's get into it.
Self-love.
Self-love. What essential oils can help us develop more self-love? Bergamot is probably the top of the list, and it has a cleansing effect on stagnant feelings and limiting beliefs. So literally can help you to shed those things that are keeping you from being really kind of appreciating yourself.
Right, and those old images maybe that you're holding on to, that is creating a barrier for connection, right? And so it's a cleansing oil, which is cool because on a physical sense it's cleansing, but emotionally it's helping to cleanse those thoughts and emotions.
So I would say bergamot should be one
Yes.
that you have at all times in your we want to call it medicine cabinet,
Tool
but
or
in your toolbox.
toolbox, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
So it invites people to see life with more optimism. It reignites confidence in the self, and it teaches us how to let go of self-judgment, learning to love yourself unconditionally. And I know we're not going to get into the science of how this chemical actually happens, but there is a chemical process where the oils go in and they literally, what we were talking about a little bit on the limbic brain part, go in and affect what our body chemistry is all about. And so that's how this can actually happen.
Then we have grapefruit, which is self-love for the body. It's the oil of honoring the body. It's really good for helping to overcome addictions, body hatred, concern with appearance. It teaches us true respect and appreciation for the physical body. And I like this. If any of you use Slim and Sassy, grapefruit is in that. Grapefruit is also an oil that you can purchase on its own. And it helps curb emotional eating. So it assists in listening to your true physical needs and impulses. So in other words, it really helps you get in tune or back in touch with your body. So often we go through life living from the neck up and we block our body's feelings. Grapefruit helps us get back into our body and taking ownership and responsibility for what we're actually feeling so that we can move through those feelings instead of having them get stuck. So, and it also teaches us no amount of food or specific foods can fill the hole in the heart. Only love can do that. So it helps with emotional eating.
And geranium.
The oil of love
one.
and trust. It restores confidence and innate goodness of others in the world. It also helps facilitate trust. So if you've been hurt before within a relationship, this will help open your heart back up and allow you to trust. And helps with reestablishing a strong bond.
Now, geranium is a very, very intense, strong oil. So this is one of those that I would recommend creating blends that you can put in your diffuser and have that develop, that trust that you need for others.
Yes, or I'll give a different perspective. Yes, it is a strong oil, but it's not a hot oil.
No.
And so actually putting a drop on your heart area every day can help open up the heart and allow you to start trusting again. And it's also good for forgiveness. So, like we said, heals a broken heart from grief and pain, can reopen the heart so that love can flow freely, and helps you access your emotions, and nurtures the inner child. And along with geranium for the inner child is Ylang Ylang. It is the oil of the inner child or of play. It helps you to lighten up. Because again, sometimes what happens, right? We get so serious and we're bogged down in responsibilities and stress that we're just not in the mood to play or be intimate. So it's powerful, a powerful remedy for the heart. Reconnects you with your child self, that pure, simple, open, curious self, and encourages play. It assists in releasing emotional trauma from the past, which, right, can be very, that emotional trauma can interfere with present relationships. So we do need to help move past those traumas. And it can help release feelings of anger or sadness that are stuck inside of us so that we can have emotional healing and flow naturally.
So what I like to think about these oils is that what we've talked about so far is really preparing us for more intimacy and passion because it's preparing, allowing us to love ourselves more, and then being able to trust and open up to others, right? And so this blend called Whisper is a really, really amazing blend of oils because not only is it the oil of femininity and it kind of brings out I don't know, the
Kind of more sensual,
sensual and
feminine side.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And what's crazy about it is that guys love the smell, so it helps them to become more amorous and I don't know, aroused when they inhale it. It's pretty great. It works
Right.
for men
It's
and
well,
women.
it is a pheromone. It acts as a
Yeah,
pheromone, and the whisper blend reacts a little differently with each person's chemistry. And what's interesting is the oil will smell differently on one woman to another. But what we have found in general is that the partner likes the way it
Interesting.
smells on his partner,
exactly. His significant
right?
other.
It's
Yeah,
significant other.
yeah,
So
yeah.
it's really interesting. And it can help ease feelings of anger, also let go of pride and, just kind of stubbornness in a way, right, that can get in the way of that connection. So it encourages adaptability by calming tension and irritability. It also helps with hormones and helps to balance hormones, which can also get in the way of feeling intimate or passionate. And it assists in healing relationships, no matter what the relationship, and helps with working through issues related to femininity and sexuality. So it is definitely, what's nice is it's a blend already. So it has several of the oils that we've talked about already blended together. And it's an oil that you can use on a daily basis. And it now comes not only in the 5 milliliter bottle, but also in touch form, which means that it's already diluted and in a roller bottle. Same with
So
passion, comes
yes,
both ways.
yes. So we have a blend called Passion, and basically it ignites feelings of excitement and passion and joy, and connects negative feelings of
Counteract.
counteracts, excuse me, negative feelings of boredom and disinterest. So living passionately in your either your business or your relationships or with yourself, you can't really go wrong with that. It's a blend that has these oils, cinnamon bark, which is good for sexual harmony, ginger, which is good for empowerment, cardamom, which is good for objectivity, clove, which is good for boundaries, assists in letting go of the victim mentality. And then there's a product in here called Damiana.
Damiana.
Damiana,
Yeah.
a low growing plant with yellow flowers and fragrant leaves.
It's
It's
an
basically an
aphrodisiac.
aphrodisiac. Okay, now this is getting real deep into what this is all about. We have one blend, Passion, that can kind of cover a lot of these things for you. And then if you mix it, if not mix it, but if you pair this with Whisper, you've got a great one-two punch for increasing intimacy and passion.
Yeah, and what's nice about passion is it's not only for intimacy and passion between others, it really helps you connect with yourself and bring that passion for life back into your life,
Mm-hmm.
which then, of course, spreads out onto others. Clary Sage, the oil of clarity and vision. It opens the creative channels. And so it's a valuable hormone balancing oil, and often hormonal imbalance can get in the way of intimacy. It also has aphrodisiac properties, improve sexual desire, arousing emotions, and it encourages feelings of sexual openness and assists in alleviating problems related to impotence and frigidity. It can release feelings of confusion, darkness, and discouragement, and enhances clarity, like intuitive opening up your brow chakra, your imagination, spiritual connection. So again, it's one of those oils that will help bring clarity to yourself, but also helps open you up.
Now, a couple of my favorites. Well, actually, these are the same oil, but coming from different places. Sandalwood, and it's really amazing for kind of increasing your devotion, your commitment to a relationship.
It's an
Once
aphrodisiac.
again, it's an aphrodisiac, so you can play around with these literally four different oils we've talked about that have aphrodisiac properties and see what works best for you.
Right. Encourages, again, feelings of sexual openness. So, sandalwood is very grounding and is a masculine oil. So, this might be better used for men to help with sexual openness, where maybe passion or clary sage better for the woman. But again, like Joel said, you can play around with it. It assists in calming and relaxing, and also releases feelings of disconnect from God or source, and then enhances humility. And well, so so again, just sorry, didn't mean to there, just so you can take a quick look again. So that's sandalwood. And then lastly, oops, patchouli, the oil of physicality. This is the oil that helps also with intimacy. It helps bring relief to stress related tensions. It's a mood uplifter.
I like that saying, it's not your grandma's hippie
I
oil,
know.
because it's pretty amazing. Some people hate patchouli and some people just love it.
Yeah.
I'm one of those that loves it, but I love this patchouli more than any other patchouli I've ever encountered because it's not overpowering and overbearing. It's very sweet and very light, and definitely something that you can imagine, or you can literally be closer to another person when they're wearing it because it's that
Yeah, you
the
can use
practice.
it. You can use it as a perfume.
Hmm.
I know some people that like to use it as a perfume. It encourages letting go of body shame and judgment of the body. And remember, in the very beginning, we said that there were challenges that can get in the way of intimacy, and body shame and judgment of the body is definitely one of those. And it supports individuals in being present in their body and encourages communication on physical and emotional levels, which is again very important for intimacy. And then helps with healing relationships, all kinds of relationships, not just with an intimate partner, but friends, co-workers, family. And helps people that are feeling disconnect from their body and also because of tension in their body. So this might be one that you like to use in a massage blend to help that individual really get into their body and be able to let go of tension. And then beautiful neroli, the oil of sensuousness. Neroli is used in weddings for the bride to help open her up.
Hmm.
Neroli is also considered the woman for women of the night. They would use them. Um, so it's derived from the flowers of the bitter orange, and our neroli comes from Egypt, from very old trees, and you can apply it topically and use it to uplift the mood. You can use it with anxious feelings, and primarily it's a positive mood enhancer, relieves feelings of anxiousness, can use it on the skin. I like to use it on my face, and encourages relaxation. And again, openness and being present in the body.
Now, one of my favorites is jasmine, and now it's become one of Faye's favorites. She used to not ever wear it. Now she wears it all the time. Uh, the oil of beauty. Yes. And we have a jasmine touch which you can use.
Yes.
And you really can't say enough about the fragrance. If you ever walked by a jasmine bush, I mean, it's just amazing how wonderful it smells.
Yes, and in general, when you think about flowers, right, they're opening up. And so any of the flower oils actually are really good for helping provide openness, relaxation. Many of them to think about, like opening for a woman. We need to be open and vulnerable for intimacy, that these flowers help with that.
Hmm. And men need to be more open and vulnerable for intimacy. Oh, I love this part about supporting the uterus. So I can only imagine, just like with Clary Sage, you might want to rub it around your abdomen, just below your abdomen, so that it gets into the sexual part areas, because it's definitely, I think supporting
Well,
is a very compliant legal way of putting it, but I bet that it actually does a lot more for female reproduction. Balances the menstrual cycle
yes, it's good for balancing hormones, helping with PMS, cramps, things like that.
and increases sexual desire.
Hmm.
Now, rose.
Lastly, rose. We call geranium dirty rose or poor man's rose. And so there are similar qualities between geranium and rose, but and both are wonderful and have their place. But we now have rose available to us, and it's the queen of the oils. It's the oil of love, and you can put it on your pulse points to use for mood uplifting. It's wonderful for skin and helps with just sensuality and uh, femininity. I guess is the way to put it. Increases femininity and sensuality.
Wow, it can trigger menstruation. That's pretty crazy. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So these are 10 oils that we talked about already.
Well, so this is just a recap of
Yeah.
the 10 oils that we talked about. If you wanted to take a screenshot or if you were taking notes, make sure that you didn't miss anything. And then these are the 3 touch oils that we just talked about. And here's that quiz.
All
Were
right.
you guys paying attention? So can you see your chat or you signed out?
No, I'm signed out.
Okay. So you have either you could put it in the chat or you can be the first one to say the answer. Which essential oil is the oil of acceptance?
Bergamot, right?
Yep.
I took a lot of notes, guys.
Well, that's good. Who said that?
Rihanna.
All
Deanna.
right. Gianna's going to get some bergamot.
Oh, I love that one.
Great. You're going to get some.
Yeah. Okay. Who's going to get the next oil? Which essential oil can help us listening to our true physical needs and impulses for body awareness?
Anybody remember that one? Let's see what it is.
I want to give somebody else a chance.
Thank you, Ziana. I'm sure you know, right?
Yeah.
I think you were paying attention.
Yeah, great, Linda. Grapefruit. Let's see.
That's right. Linda, you got some grapefruit coming. Congratulations. You're welcome.
Yeah. Now, which oil encourages feelings of sexual openness and is also great for meditation?
All right, Virginia, this
one's
is your
on
can.
you, Virginia.
You're up, Virginia.
And if not, it's open.
Look, well, I've seen these slides so much I can tell by the color of the slide which one it is. Okay.
Okay.
Who wants to answer?
Else?
Anybody got a guess? You can.
Well, so I don't remember meditation, but a few of them were good for the openness part.
Yes.
I know, because you said geranium facilitates trust and emotional honesty and stuff like that, but I don't know about sexual openness.
Think about meditation. Think about spirituality.
Okay, and Linda.
Oh, patchouli.
Jasmine.
Huh?
No. Not patchouli?
No, and Linda put jasmine, which
Jasmine, okay.
is not. It is good for sexual openness, but not usually
Clary Sage.
meditation.
Huh?
Clary Sage.
Let's see. I don't think so.
No, it's sandalwood.
Yeah, sandalwood.
Oh, dang it. I need to get some sandalwood.
Good, yes, you guys. And then let's see. Which oil helps with hormone balancing, has aphrodisiac properties, releases feelings of confusion, darkness, discouragement, hopelessness, and blocked creativity?
That was the clearance, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to say passion.
No.
Oh, I think it was. I think somebody already said it. There she is. Linda said it.
Oh, Clary Sage.
I think that's it.
Yeah.
Clary Sage. All right, Linda, you got some Clary Sage coming.
Thank you.
Welcome.
And lastly, we wanted to give you some tips for building the mood.
So you set the mood by diffusing one or more of the combinations of oils we talked about. So you can, like I said, we're going to send this recording out so you can look back at it again and just think about, maybe this plus this sounds like a good diffuser blend, and do it.
Or maybe use one of the blends like Passion.
Yeah, just
already
diffuse it, or
blended.
exactly diffuse
Or
it as
Whisper.
it is. Yeah.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So set the mood by diffusing, and you want to have it going maybe 30 minutes to an hour beforehand, so the room is saturated with the oils. And then to help reduce stress and introduce contact and physical contact as well as emotional contact, turn your focus to each other by using a massage oil blend and rub the areas of the body that tend to get stress: shoulders, upper back, mid back, feet, right? And really help not only relax, but start to have that connectedness through touch. And a nice massage blend. I mean, we do have the Aroma Touch massage blend. You can also mix balance and lavender together, and Roman chamomile. Right here, massage oil blend. 8 drops balance, 4 drops lavender, and 2 drops Roman chamomile in fractionated coconut oil. And that's very calming, very grounding, very relaxing. You can also add some of the other oils like sandalwood. You could add to the massage blend. So you could go back through the other oils and see what resonates with you.
Right.
I would use a grounding, a wood oil or a flower oil added to this. I wouldn't use a citrus.
And maybe guys might want a different combination versus women might appreciate another combination, and that doesn't mean that you can't have different combinations on different days.
Exactly. And then what's really cool for a natural sensual lubricant, our Yarrow Palm body serum works really well as a natural lubricant. Oops.
So we got to quickly talk about establishing a healthy foundation, because without a healthy foundation, you're really kind of fighting against these oils to help you with your intimacy and passion. Because when you're healthy on a foundational level, these oils work better. And so many of you know about the Lifelong Vitality Pack, but if you don't, there are 3 supplements that really provide a healthy foundation for introducing the right vitamins and minerals, introducing the right essential fatty acids, omega 3, 6, and 9, and introducing the right alpha CRS or cellular complex blend to help your cells function better. And, I think some of you already know this. We know for a fact that when we are getting the right amount of nutrition and we are feeling good foundationally, everything else is up from there. And one more piece to this for the ladies is the Phytoestrogen Complex.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not going to read all the stuff that's right here, but you're welcome to take a look at it later in the recording. But the phytoestrogen complex is one of those foundational things that, especially for women, it is really balancing out the hormones. And this is crucial to being able to feel intimate. Because if you're not, you know how it is. If you get hormonal, it's over. Nothing's going to work.
Yes. So the phytoestrogen complex. So lastly, which oil or blend can help with attracting true love, getting in great shape, creating financial stability and freedom. And this was kind of a trick question. It's all of them, right? There are many different oils that can support you, both personally and also with your relationship to others. And so this is where we just want to,
I want to go back.
you know, encourage you to explore this and think in terms of wellness. When you are feeling good, your body is working right on a physical and mental and emotional level. You are able to be more open and trusting and connected with others. And so, again, this isn't about finding, having a particular symptom and finding a pill or an oil for the symptom. It's about how can we support our whole system so that we're feeling our best and we show up in the world feeling our best and being our best.
And open and loving and be able to not only give love, but receive love.
Yeah, exactly.
So we want to thank you for joining us and learning how to live and love passionately. I want to encourage you to talk to the person that invited you to this webinar to learn how to get these amazing products at the best possible price. Because without them, as we like to say, knowledge is great, but knowledge plus action is power.
No. You really messed that one up. See what I have to live with, you guys. Knowledge is power. Knowledge plus action is transformation, baby. So with that, I'm going to stop the recording, but we can stay on and answer any questions, or I would love to, just hear what you liked best about this. But let me stop. Where is it?
What do you want to do? You want to stop the recording?
Well, I want to stop share.
Okay.
And stop the recording.